Get some rest at Yokohama 99. You got it. It's been a little while since we've popped in here for our life in Lost Judgment, and I've missed it. Rest on the couch. To catch anyone up who may not have been here or has forgotten, our character here is a private investigator who got roped into a case in a new city, Yokohama. We've shown up. We're trying to solve a murder that has ties to a high school. A man was tied to a chair, beaten mercilessly, and then set on fire. That man was a substitute teacher at a high school where he has a history of bullying when he was a student. There was a lot of controversy around it. We were hired to look into the bullying problem at that same high school, and that hired to solve bullying has slid seamlessly into the murder investigation. So now we're trying to solve two things, and that's what the game's all about. That's what we're doing. And now we need to meet up with Hoshino-kun at Ikebukuro Station to take probably best to take a taxi. You know, words. I'm waking up. Woke up craving for a snickerdoodle and pumpkin spice. Unless they took away the snickerdoodle this year. We're gonna play my favorite Sonic Adventure spinoff? Yes. Today, because I know there are some folks that are not particularly into the Lost Judgment, and I completely understand. And those same people tend to be really into Chaos Grand Theft Auto, so I figured I'll pair them together. Sonic Adventure spinoff is just the name of a Sonic game. I want to go to Ikebukuro Station. And we'll probably do a third thing in there. What will that third thing? I don't know.
Okay, see that sign right there?
Yeah?
Ihara was leaning on that before the incident.
Oh.
Yep, just like that.
Male model
he was standing
here.
around searching for a victim. Ihara's the man in the cap and sunglasses.
This guy got arrested for molesting someone on a train. We're recreating his day. That's him deciding who to attack. Damn, looking at it now, he is pretty suspicious. We're pretty sure this man is involved in the murder, but to give himself an airtight alibi, he did grope a lady on a train and get arrested for it. Holy shit, a ventriloquist.
So, Ihara was lingering at the platform a while, huh?
Yeah, he walked past the ticket gate at 7:43 a.m. This was confirmed by the security tapes, as well as when he swiped his transit card. After
Looks so much
that,
better.
he
Hey,
wandered
on
the
top of that,
platform
this
an
is the
entire
PlayStation
hour
5 version
ogling
now.
women.
We've upgraded twice.
He spent that long choosing a target?
Yeah, sick, isn't it?
Then the security camera that caught him would be...
That one.
That's right.
Alright, let's go question that security camera. Ikebukuro is pretty famous for its sheer amount of foot traffic. In a station like this, the cameras almost never have a blind spot.
Anyhow, at 9:06 a.m., Ihara finally honed in on his would-be victim. Then he boarded her train, which was departing for Shinjuku.
She's the one in the pink cardigan and white skirt?
Yeah, Yui Mamiya, an office worker and mother of a 6-year-old boy. The two of them show up on the train's interior cam as well.
He's not even wearing his mask right,
According to
goddammit.
the victim's statement, Ihara began by rubbing her posterior with the back of his hand. But it didn't stop there. After that, he put his hand up her skirt.
And then we beat him up.
Sickening.
I'm assuming he targeted someone shy, thinking she wouldn't resist. Makes me angry just thinking about it. The victim stated she was too scared to call for help, meaning she endured this for 6 minutes until the train reached its stop in Shinjuku.
Lordy.
Can you send what you just showed me to my phone?
Sure. Now let's head to Shinjuku Station. Then we can watch as the jerk gets
Shinjuku
busted.
Station?
Even
I
if
know
we
that
did
station
defend
real
him
well in
court,
real life.
An asshole's still an asshole.
This actually is the PlayStation 5 version
Looks
of
like we're getting close
Judgment.
to Shinjuku.
It's not like a major
The
upgrade,
train's
but it
pretty light
is,
right now, but it was
I
packed during
believe,
the
somewhat
crime, right?
upgraded. Because I could
Oh,
choose
yeah.
what version to
The
play,
car
the
occupancy at that
4
time
or
of day
5
could
version.
easily reach 180%.
That's,
And
no,
Ihara should have been standing roughly where I am.
don't let anything reach that kind of level percent full. That's how all Americans wear their masks. It's how people I have to yell at all the time wear their goddamn masks. Is there anything I could conclude from looking around? I'm gonna find out by looking around, that's for goddamn sure.
Hey.
There's Hoshida-kun, Genda's Law's bright young attorney. He's on this case to help out Sayori-san, who he has a crush on. I thought I heard they were dating. From what Genda-sensei tells me, hasn't really gone anywhere. Come on, dude, seal the deal.
Suspicious.
This footage was recorded by the security camera in the train, and I'm standing roughly where Ahara was. Out of my way, kid. Where's the security camera?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh? Get out of my goddamn way. Huh. I can't see the security camera he would have been caught on anywhere. Thank God he's letting you seal the deal with Sayori. I mean, if there's a romance option for Sayori, I would go down that road. She's cute. Oh, are you the camera?
What the?
Security camera that records the train's interior. These were installed to deter train gropers, or at the very least identify them. Investigation complete.
Ihara and Mamiya-san both exited the train and got onto the platform here. But right before that, Mamiya-san suddenly grabbed Ihara's wrist and yanked his hand out from under her skirt. That's when she got a good look at her assailant.
So without a doubt, she saw it was him.
Yes, and there were also traces of her garments on his hand during evidence analysis. Anyway, after being grabbed, Ihara wrenched himself free and took off at a sprint. See, here he gets off the train and bolts across the platform. And Mamiya-san chases after him, asking people around her
Ooh, go
for
pick
help.
up your car, Ankar.
Ah, this is what they kept looping on TV.
Yeah. And honestly, with all this evidentiary footage, defending him in court was a lost cause.
We shouldn't defend him in
Was
court
there any
anymore.
security footage that wasn't aired on TV?
Sure, take a look around you. There's more than just one
Look
camera
around
pointed
you.
at us. They're practically everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
As for what I was saying earlier, Ihara was finally tackled right in front of those stairs.
Good place to tackle someone.
Oh, right. I have a diagram of the platform to show you.
I'm on the platform, I don't need a diagram.
So Ihara gets off the train here, and then gets apprehended here. How far apart is that?
Roughly 100 meters. Both he and the victim were weaving their way through the crowd. The whole scene was very chaotic. Even after Ihara was caught, the train was stalled 20 minutes until the area was deemed safe.
That would destroy all travel in this area.
You think we could get the positions of all these cameras and where they're pointing penciled in?
Good idea.
Yeah, it's
Let's
a
check
line.
each
You don't
camera's
need a
position as we
diagram.
Walk over to where Ihara was detained.
Like, you know this is
That's
gonna
where he
go
got
somewhere.
tackled. So if you could let me know whenever you see a camera, I can mock it up on our diagram here.
Okay, bud.
Hey,
I see one.
suspicious.
I see one. Oh, another one. Ahara ran off in the opposite direction. Probably don't need to mark this camera. Got another one. Oh, they're kind of far. Gotta forget about marking them for now and check the cameras around here first. I'm not allowed to walk that way? I feel like that would count. Distant security camera. Security camera. Find all the security cameras. Oh, alright. Well then. Like, this is clearly a security camera. Found a camera. Ah, so you see, this isn't a line, it's a circle. Sorry, everybody. Official investigation, sorry. Don't mind me. Sorry, looking for sorry, I'm sorry, I'm looking for cameras, sorry. Check this one off. Sorry, oh god, I'm sorry. Jeez, oh god, I'm just, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm just investigating some train gropers, I'm sorry. My bad, sorry, where's my partner? There we go.
Looks like we checked all the nearby cameras.
And that's how the murderer got on camera. Let's go! God damn it. I found them already!
What the?
I see one.
Hey.
I found a camera. This strikes me as perhaps a little bit fillery right now. Like, I don't need to walk down and find all the cameras. You can do this for me, game.
What the?
Check this one off.
Suspicious.
Got another one. Hey, that's a camera. Because of that fucking pizza, we have train gropers. It's always Final Fantasy VII when it comes to trains. Looks like there's more cameras over that way. Ah, we gotta do the DLC for Final Fantasy VII. We gotta do it. Keep forgetting. Check that one off. Out of my way! Come on, camera. Come on. That one's already been marked off. I'm missing a camera? Out of my way, people! Yeah, there's no train here. Fucking go home, people. That one already has a check. That one already has a check. Why don't they match? There should be one on the left, one on the right each time. That one's checked already. I must have missed one in this direction. Ahara, this is dumb. I feel like as a private detective, anyone else would be better doing this.
Looks like we checked all the nearby cameras. Let's move on.
Cool, yeah. I'm very excited to check off more cameras. Is the secret reason you're doing all this because one camera's missing and you won't see that one from the diagram? It's probably gonna be something like that. Like, there's gonna be one camera that would give us, like, oh, if we saw from this angle, we'd know the truth. Otherwise, what the hell is this all for, if not for that?
Suspicious.
Like, I genuinely enjoy this game, but this one mission strikes me more as busy work than anything else. You're not Sherlock Holmes, don't get ahead of yourself. I'll have you know, Sherlock Holmes wishes he was me. Drink too much of that coffee too fast, oh god. Alright, which one am I missing now? Like, I feel like I would have already gotten them all. It's a pretty small area I'm on. That one.
Suspicious.
Aha!
Okay, looks like we got all the cameras. Our diagram is now complete.
Alright. This diagram represents the station at the time of the groping. Ahara got off the train around 9:12 a.m. on October 7th. From the deboarding area, he ran in the direction of the arrow. Then he was tackled by a concerned citizen.
Now we'll pencil in the camera locations and what directions they're pointing.
Oh. So each of the orange areas represents the security camera's field of view. Always add a frame for only a brief moment there. Right here. Oh, I can't mouse over things. You see the white area.
What the?
What the? Yeah, there's like one area to what the about. Does the dotted part of the arrow indicate a blind spot between the cameras? If so, there won't be any footage of Ahara running through here. Anything else to take note of? Not really. Ahara and the victim disembarked here. The train pulled in at 9:12 a.m. The victim was gripping Ahara's hand, but he broke free of her and then he tried to run away.
What the?
This area shows the path Ahara and the victim took as they ran from the platform to Ahara's point of capture.
Suspicious.
This is where Ahara got tackled by witnesses. Multiple others in the scene documented this here with their smartphone cameras. This is what they call eyewitness footage. I bet the TV stations shell out for this sort of thing. Then we pour hot coffee on its lap. Investigation complete.
So this was the general situation when Ahara committed his crime. What do you think, Yagami-san? Anything of note?
Do you
Yeah, the
think
blind
Ahara
spot.
and Mamiya-san were riding the train pretty frequently?
Oh yeah, Mamiya-san commuted by train. She was here every weekday. Same goes for Ahara, actually, but he was off that day. Supposedly, he was going to see his wife, even though they're separated.
Did he ever say why he wandered around the platform for an hour?
He said the thought of his wife had him flustered, and he couldn't force himself to board the train.
Sure.
He always had an excuse ready for anything you asked him, including the harassment charges. He pled not guilty, but the evidence said otherwise. There wasn't a single argument we could make in court to establish reasonable doubt.
Safe to say he did it. But on the same day, he knew his son's bully would be murdered in Ijincho. Pretty clear it wasn't a spontaneous need to grab some ass.
I don't think that's a real need.
I agree.
That's more of a spontaneous
It's almost like all
want?
the commotion around the harassment
Bad
might
wants.
have been planned out. Maybe everything was, even down to getting captured.
Yeah. You really played everyone by turning harassment into an alibi for murder. No matter how much evidence points to him as a killer, you can deny it with complete immunity.
He was busy committing a
This is
different
getting
crime.
Crazier by the minute.
At the very least, he had something to do with it. Some connection. But I can't imagine he'll talk.
But we'll get him to
Whatever
talk.
his plan is, it's pretty clear Ahara is committed.
To what? Getting revenge for his son?
I think so.
Who do you think his accomplices could be? Ihara's a veteran cop. Think maybe he knows how to hire an actual assassin? If so, he could have just paid for his revenge, right?
Sure. But assassins cost an arm and a leg. He wasn't rich before all this, was he?
No.
Ass,
He barely
ass, and
scraped up enough
everything's
to cover his
ass to this
lawsuit against the
guy.
school.
Thought so.
I've gone to the scenes of both the murder and the train groping. That should be all the places I need to see. But wait, Tokyo Disney Sea. I need to see that.
Hey, it's Shiosaki.
What's up, Sari-san?
I'm scheduling an interview with Ahara tomorrow at the Tokyo Detention Center. We'll take a taxi from Genda's if that all works for you.
Oh boy.
Sounds good. But I need to head back to Ijincho for now.
Something you forgot to do?
Yeah. It involves Ahara's motive, which would be without a doubt his son's suicide. So I want to confirm if Mikoshiba really bullied the kid. And the best person to ask happens to be down in Ijincho.
And she loves talking
Alright.
to us.
Then I'll let you get to it.
Cool.
She
Then I'll
loves
see you
us.
tomorrow.
Where you going, camera? There's no one up there. Let's go talk to that lady that says she absolutely never wants to speak to us again. Mikoshiba, Ahara. Yeah, I think I saw everything there was to see at each of their crime scenes. Now all that's left is getting Sawa-sensei to talk. The key will be learning what happened to with Ahara's son 4 years ago. New info's been added to your case file. Any new side side questy things? Oh my, we got a lot of side questy things here. We got hello work. But we don't get jobs in this game. Oh, we got a cat there. Well, side quest, side quest. Got side quests everywhere. Oh my god. Oh, they're everywhere. I mean, where am I right now? I'm at the train station. I got one right here. I got one right here. Side questo! Side chesto! Only guy muscle. I don't know. I don't know if you watched that anime or if this is just a coincidence. Listen, don't get into a fight with me. You'll be fucking sorry. I warned you. Oh, you read the manga. Nice. Don't block, you jerk.
Really, guys?
Alright. I feel like I'm right here where a side quest is supposed to happen, but wait a minute. You read the manga, you're kinda over it? The manga I haven't read, but the anime was very enjoyable. Maybe these aren't side quests. Maybe what I'm seeing here are... Sally, what's going on? Hangout spots, that's right. Side cases are the blue guys. These are hangout spots. Damn. In that case, there are no side quests. I forgot what the oh, well, right. Paradise VR, but we have to buy a ticket to go there. And this is the extract shop, where we need certain items for that. Well, never mind. If there are no side quests, let's just make our way to the main mission. Oniga muscle. How you feeling, Sally? Feeling any better? Finally got COVID tests? When do you get the results? Only took 3 days and drive to another city. Good lord. But hopefully in 48 hours you find out that you do not have COVID. At least I hope you don't have COVID. This is the safe place to run. People to beat up. I like when I'm clearly the aggressor here. Bam!
Really,
Got some
guys?
pocket tissues for that. This is so much better than having universal healthcare, right? Listen, I talked at length yesterday about some of my complaints with society, and universal healthcare was one of them. And how it's a smart, rational thing for us to do. We should do it already, good lord. A microphone? There you go. So let's not be in front of the minimap. Yesterday was a lot of involved chats about complicated subjects. It was good. Not to mention also successfully turning the boss in Noida into a gorge. Unfortunately, we couldn't fling the sun out of its orbit and smash it into the earth. We instead burnt up in the sun. No one could have seen that coming, though. You taking selfies? What are you doing? No phones at school! Put that away! No phones! I wasn't allowed to have phones in school. Which is worse, capitalist healthcare or the second X-Files movie? God, you know how much I hate that movie. Ha ha ha! I like to think she threw her phone on the ground when I did that. Nope, wrong floor. I forgot what floor she's on. Oh, the 4th floor then. I am out of it. No, don't worry, Zabatsu. I'm also out of it. I went to the wrong floor again? What floor is it on? They're all cynical attempts at taking our money. Okay. 2nd floor. That's the only one I haven't done yet, right? Ah, here we go. The time has come for you to answer my questions. Creedmoor, what's up?
No, not for you. I really have nothing more to say.
Well, that's too bad.
What if I told you it's looking more and more likely Ihara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's death?
Well, it doesn't concern me.
Ihara-san believes Mikoshiba tormented Toshiro-kun so badly that he took his own life. But neither the third-party investigation nor the courts were on his side. So what's the truth here? You know, don't you?
Tell me.
What really happened between Mikoshiba and Toshiro-kun? Why won't you tell me the truth?
Why do you keep asking? I said I don't know.
I know you know. Tell me the truth.
I'm going to the detention center tomorrow to get some answers out of Ihara-san.
What?
I saw where Mikoshiba was murdered. He endured no shortage of cruelty before he died. They tortured him, you know. They broke all his fingers before they slit his throat.
No.
I know I'm putting her through a lot right now, but she's connected to this too, so it's okay. She's got information I need to know before I go see Ohara.
And somehow Ihara-san knew Mikoshiba would be killed on the day he got caught for groping. It's like he did it to prove he had nothing to do with the murder. But maybe that wasn't his real objective at all.
Hey, this man is a former boy band star in real life.
Finally avenged
this face you're looking at, this is a male model face.
The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me.
Is this still 21 Jump Street? We're not pretending to be a student, but we are like working in the school.
Can't go in without some ammunition.
Undercover.
So, 4 years ago, did Mikoshiba bully Toshiro-kun or not?
At this point, no longer undercover. We're just straight up investigating.
My answer won't change. There's no evidence Mikoshiba-kun did anything wrong.
Let me tell you more about this murder.
Sure about that? Take a look at this.
That's...
Toshiro Ihara, your student. Imagine that he's listening to what you're saying now.
It's looking right at you.
If you can look at him and say Mikoshiba...
Their faces move differently depending on if it's a like in-game cutscene or like a pre-rendered cutscene too.
In fact, you'll never hear a word from me again. So which is it?
Stare deeply into that dead child's eyes and lie to me again. I dare you. How'd I get $100 for that?
4 years ago. Not long after I'd transferred here to teach English. That's when it started. I was trying my best to get acclimated, and I was finally on a first-name basis with everyone. One
See
day,
now,
after
more
school,
face movement.
I was out on the roof taking a break, when Toshiro-kun suddenly ran by.
Fucking ghosts.
I called out to him to ask what was wrong, but he shushed me.
Oh yeah, I
and
bullied some
kept
kids
running.
up here.
I saw he had a bloody nose. Moments later, Mikoshiba-kun showed up. He was looking for him. I told him I hadn't seen him. Toshiro-kun's face told me everything I needed to know.
So Mikoshiba was bullying him after all.
Yes. Toshiro-kun told me this later on.
Couldn't you just tell me
Whenever
this
he'd
like
leave
when I first
school
asked?
with Mikoshiba-kun and his friends, they'd force him to hand over money. At first, they'd try to pass it off as a joke. They said since he lowered the class average on tests, he ought to buy them all drinks as an apology. And Mikoshiba-kun, he was having too much fun with it to stop. He started offering tutoring sessions to Toshiro-kun. Only so he and his crew could extract their tuition from him.
Those
They'd
bastards.
even break into his house while his mother was at work and take the money she left him for dinner. And if he couldn't pay, they'd beat him up at school or make him grovel in the bathroom.
Didn't anybody see what was really happening?
The teachers either saw nothing or turned a blind eye. Few students knew about it, though.
We all
Anyway,
just kind of ignored the problem.
I ended up relaying everything Toshiro-kun had told me to those boys' homeroom teacher. Mind you, this teacher had tenure, title, and years of experience under his belt.
So predictably, he did
Do you know
nothing.
what he told me? He said not to cause a commotion because those boys were about to graduate.
Why does that not surprise me?
To be honest, it was hard to paint such an outwardly model student in a negative light. There was also no hard evidence to support Toshiro-kun's story.
I think there would be some
Someone
after
still
that
should have
B&E.
stepped in to help. If only I'd understood that at the time.
That's why I haven't been helping you at this point.
You tried.
The only thing I tried was to keep an eye out for him, making sure he wasn't alone, things like that. But unfortunately, that wasn't good enough. On the first morning of the 3rd trimester,
Taco CC noodle?
Toshiro-kun
What's
tied a
that?
towel to his doorknob and hung
Oh,
himself.
I'm sorry you
in
got a
his
headache
room.
and a sore neck gland.
And that's when you confronted Mikoshiba, right? You asked him point blank if he'd bullied him.
I did.
So 4 years ago, Sawa-sensei stood up to Mikoshiba for his terrible behavior. And why has she kept that to herself for so long?
Mikoshiba-kun pretended to know nothing. He was more careful, shaken even, from then on. In all honesty, when I heard a third-party committee was investigating, I was hoping the truth would come out. Students were asked to fill out an anonymous questionnaire, and many of them wrote down exactly what they saw.
Hold on. Didn't the court end up declaring there was no substantial evidence of bullying? How could they have said that with those questionnaires on hand?
First of all, the committee never interviewed anyone directly. Those questionnaires were the only proof of anything.
Very
And the
above
teacher
board.
of those boys was the one who collected them. Each
Who
time
is this
he
teacher?
came across any mention of bullying, he'd toss that questionnaire out. Also, he wouldn't get blamed in the end for ignoring the warning signs.
Yeah, tenure, like he would give a shit either way.
So then the committee was pointless.
A few students did speak up about the bullying online, but their posts weren't much to go on. Toshiro-kun's parents were completely caught off guard. His mother worked through the day, and his father lived all the way in Tokyo. That made it that much easier for the teacher to cover up all the evidence.
Alright,
of
give me his
bullying.
name. I want to go beat him up.
He made that statement without
Oh, we
even
know.
consulting the principal or the chairman.
Tell me.
So, right before Mikoshiba-kun graduated, the committee presented their findings, that there was no evidence of bullying. The conclusion you've heard over and over.
What the hell?
In Japan, 300 children commit suicide every year, across all grades. Less than 3% are proven to be linked to bullying. Toshiro-kun's case ended up like that too. But Ehara-san wasn't satisfied with those findings, so he sued Seiryo High, demanding compensation for Toshiro-kun's death.
Tell me the name of this teacher.
As the trial dragged on, I was eventually called to the witness stand. Of course, my intention was to let everything I knew out into the open. But before that could happen, that damn teacher came with the school's attorney to see how I would testify.
They didn't want you making them look bad, huh?
Of course not. That's when I first learned what he did with those incriminating questionnaires. They had no choice but to reveal everything to me, to try and sway me to their side.
I want the name.
Yes, they were just that desperate.
What's the name of this teacher?
After all,
Shiratake
I was
noodles?
the
Yeah, they're
only
pretty good.
adult who Toshiro-kun confided in. I don't think he'd spoken to his parents about it once. So yes, that's why there was never any objective evidence of bullying. It wasn't like I had a mind to record our conversations. And I hadn't personally witnessed it either.
Tell me the name of this teacher.
The school attorney saw fit to remind me that the law says innocent until proven guilty. And if I couldn't produce tangible evidence, then I shouldn't be accusing Mikoshiba-kun.
So it was witness tampering. That is, they coerced you into false testimony?
Yes.
Must have been incredibly hard on you.
I'm sorry that I
What
coerced
should
you
have
into giving
done
me
was
true
told the
testimony.
truth regardless. But what else could I have really done for him? Some days I just don't know. As much as I've tried to convince myself I did everything I could for him, I can never fully believe it.
So what happened to the teacher who covered all this up?
Yes! Give me his name!
He transferred to another school. God, to think he's still standing at a podium somewhere.
Oh, I'll take him down.
That's unfortunate.
Even so, I don't have the right to place the blame solely on him.
Wait, where in the story did Ahara definitively find out that Mikoshiba was a bully? It wasn't clear at the trial whether he could really bring himself to kill a person.
Maybe, but in that case, Mikoshiba's bullying of Toshiro, all those questionnaires getting discarded. Have you ever told anyone else?
No. I've been silent.
I mean, Ahara
Yeah,
doesn't need
Misa.
any proof. He just needs to believe
You know
his
what?
son. That's all that matters.
Back when I was a student in high school, I witnessed bullying firsthand. There was
The
this
teacher
kid.
that was murdered at the beginning of this
My
game
classmates pushed him to
is
fall.
Mikoshiba. We're talking about
And
when
one
he
day
was
he
a
just
student, he
jumped off
bullied
the
a kid
roof.
that committed suicide.
Off the roof.
By some miracle, he survived the fall. And he's been in a coma for the last 13 years.
Whoa.
Nobody knows if he'll ever wake up. His name is Mitsuru, and he may never open his eyes to the world again.
I should go ask him some questions.
His mom watches him, but she works full-time. She's a higher-up in the government.
I'm sorry to hear it.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job. And yet, for poor Toshiro-kun, nobody was held responsible at all. And that includes me.
But if anyone was going to take responsibility for that, Mikoshiba should have been first in line. I'm sure Ahara-san must have thought the same thing.
Don't worry,
You know what
I
I
understand.
wanted to be as a kid? I was so innocent, I wanted to be a teacher. And after Mitsuru-kun's tragedy, I felt practically obligated. And still, I just let history repeat itself.
There. Pat, pat. Cry into my leather jacket. I think I have a clearer picture about what happened 4 years ago, and I'm ready to interview Ihara. I should go back to Yokohama 99 and get some rest. I feel like the delivery is a little bit more earnest in the Japanese translation for what I've seen. But it's a lot easier for viewers if we play it in English, which does get a little bit more of the soap opera effect going on. But that's okay. I've said it before, but like I really appreciate that the games are willing to like even address these kind of issues. Because like the stats they're throwing out are not made up stats, which is always interesting to me. Like teenage suicide is a problem in Japan. Bullying is a problem. There are dateable characters. I'm not sure if she's one of them, but she probably is. I always push that button when I want the map. I don't want to go to the mystery club, but I do want to get out of the school, which is in this direction. Out of my way! Exactly. Oh yeah, that's why I want to date her, is exclusively to be like, hey Kaido, Guess who I'm going on a date with? Oh, not that way. No, wait, there's an exit sign right there. Oh, the other doors are locked. I see. But it can be pretty heavy on the melodrama. Try coercion. She seems to go for that. Alright, are there any side questies here? Side questo. Not particularly, alright. That's fine, that's okay. I do want to figure out where we could buy... Wait a minute. No, that's a hangout spot. Like, we gotta get a Paradise VR pass. I'm not sure where that's sold. La Chatte Blanche. One store somewhere probably sells them. I mean, I understand. Is your only transport a skateboard? Also, we could take a taxi whenever we want. But I like getting into the fist fights all the time, so I usually don't take the taxis, because I want to punch people a bunch. Alright, dotted line. Fucking lord. Like, for instance, these gentlemen are looking to get punched.
For real?
You hit me? I fucking love flipping someone over so they hit a wall or something and then punching them on the way down. I'll never not laugh at that. It makes me unreasonably happy. More people to punch? Get up. Get up!
Really, guys?
I need the game to, like, level up the combat. Yeah, I need to go sell some of my paper plates. Oh, so good.
What a waste.
I've said before, I'll say it again, this man was a member of a boy band. He's a hottie. I'm pretty sure he's fairly tall, particularly for a Japanese fellow. So you were a lawyer before this, right? We're in the story to become a martial arts master. So, the story of our main character here... Oh, that was me collecting coins. In the original game, we learned that he was raised by a Yakuza crime lord, which is why he's so good at street fights and all that fun stuff. And then... that Yakuza crime lord, instead of letting his adopted son go into the crime family, he paid for him to go to law school and become a lawyer. We had a case that backfired in our face, and that's why we were disgraced and disbarred. But we redeemed ourselves later on. But after we got disbarred, we became a private eye. But over the course of... Whoa! Look at this good boy! Woof!
Hmm?
What's up with this dog? Whimper. Hey, what's wrong? You lose your owner?
Huh?
Well, Yagamashi, it appears you'll finally met the the average protective dog of a Jinsho. Sorry, the what? He's been getting around town of an odd dog who apparently wanders the streets looking for cases to solve. Whenever he catches a scent of a mystery or a crisis, he calls out to nearby people, alerting them of a nearby incident. He actually stopped by here rather often. It's almost as if he knows this is a detective agency. Seriously? This dog does that? Yes. For the past few months now, he seems to take his self-appointed position quite seriously. Kind of sounds like Amasawa.
By the way,
Why is he wandering around town, though? He has a collar, so he's obviously not a stray.
sure.
Therein lies the mystery of this dog. He's very well trained and the perfect specimen of health. No one's seen him rooting around in garbage or anything. So based on this information, it's clear they have some taken care of him.
I see.
Ah, the mystery chasing dog's a big mystery himself, huh? Bark, bark. Oh, who's a good boy? Something wrong, boy?
Wait.
Oh, he's picked up the scent of a mystery. I believe he wants you to follow him, Yagamishi. Right. Am I supposed to hold the leash? He just has proper leash manners, is all. I guess if he really is that smart, I can see why he's walking around freely.
What?
What is it, boy? Want me to take you for a walk? At the sound of walk, the dog should be just barking and jumping and doing little spins. Every dog is an 11 out of 10, especially this dog, whose model is clearly based off of the dog from the secret ending of Silent Hill 2, where you find out the whole game was orchestrated by a bunch of dogs in a control room. I already have my hands full with the MRC. Now I have to take care of this detective dog too? What's going on? A new partner? Okay, I'll take the case. Where's the trouble, boy?
Who's a good boy?
Yeah, who's a good boy? You're not just taking me to get food, are you? Hey. My favorite part is that the leash is not connected to the dog. It's just clearly floating in the background there. Unrelated to the dog. Do we get to see his abs? I hope we get to see his abs. Guess I'm not taking point in this case.
Got something?
I should follow him right now. Seems like he knows the way. 10 out of 10 video game. Fucking 10 out of 10.
Doing great.
As a mode where I get to walk an adorable Shiba Inu,
This way, huh?
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Who's a good boy? Where do you want to go pee-pees?
Got something?
I would totally put MacGuffins like this in my games, right? Got a little vest. Woof. Is this where you're leading me? Then the dog just meets up with a lady dog or just goes to the bathroom somewhere? This is an issue. You don't know how to get in touch with her. Yep, she just said wait here. That she'll be back for me soon. Oh dear, this is not good.
Excuse me.
Was that a little flashlight on the dog leash? That's smart. You just get to stand there awkwardly while the dog makes out. Is there some kind of trouble? And you are? Takayuki Agami, a detective from Kamurocho. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, what a cute doggy. Is something the matter here? Well, he's been waiting in front of the facility for a while now because his mother told him to wait here.
What?
Time for cough drop. Facility? Yes, our orphanage's main faculty is upstairs. Well, I got bad news for you, kid. If your mom told you to stand outside of an orphanage while she went to get smokes, your mom ain't coming back, but...
I see.
Ah, and you say he was left here, and the mother doesn't seem to be returning. Okay. Live and drink. Yes, and he actually had this envelope with him when I first came out to ask if anything was wrong. Did you read it? Some kind of letter? Wow, that was impressive with one hand. It says, "Please take care of Shosuke-chan." Ah, I see. Please take care of Shosuke-chan. He's a very good boy. He loves banana ice cream. He means the world to me. At the very least, I was hoping to learn why he's here, being dropped off with any hint of knowing the truth. That's no way to treat a person. It's okay, he's not a person. He's a child. Hey, Shosuke-kun, right? How long's your mom been gone? Like an hour? If that's true, there's a slight chance she could still be nearby. Ikami-san, was it? You're a detective, aren't you? Could you possibly find his mother? I really would like to, but... Say, did your mom mention anything at all about where she might be going? I don't know. Okay. How about her name? What's her name? Mikan. Shibuya Mikan. Not much I could do with just that, though. Wait, the dog! What is it, boy? You got the scent? Interested in letter, boy? Oh, you think you could track her by the scent on the envelope? Well, if the dog's as much a detective as Tsukuma made him out to sound... Oh my god. Made him out to be. I suppose I should let him take a crack at it. Alright, track the scent for me, will you? Your word hint is to act indifferent, nonchalant, aloof about something.
I'm doing great.
Like you don't care.
Got something? This way, huh?
Let the dog read the letter.
Got something?
Where we going, boy?
Doing great. Got something?
Come on, Mikan-chan. Time to get in. Shosuke-kun, was it? You gotta make that dough for his sake, right? And you promise you'll send him his share, right? Of course we will, Mikan-chan. Once you pay back what you owe, that is. And no funny business on your end, either. Woof! Is that her, boy? What's your problem? Go sniff out a bone somewhere else, shoo!
Excuse me.
You're Shosuke-kun's mom, right? Mikan Shibuya? How? How do you know that? Came looking for you after this dog led me to your son. Didn't expect to run into this guy too, but now I see what's going on. A dog led you? My guess is you owed someone enough money that this scumbag's trying to drag you off to work some unsavory job for the rest of your life. A brothel or something, probably. What? I mean... Happens all the time in Kamurocho, where I work. Aw, what? The fuck is your deal, asshole? You're getting in the way of company business, don't be surprised when you end up dead.
Hey.
The rest of you life. I already heard you say she owes you. How much does she owe by now? What interest are you charging? She borrowed 500 grand with interest. That's 9 mil. You planning on covering it or something?
No way.
Okay, see, that's an exorbitant rate. I knew I was looking at a loan shark from the first moment. I think I'll be leaving with Mikan now. Do I need to knock you out first or no? Fuck you, man! We got here first! We got her first! You know what? I'm just gonna ice you and your mutt. This is all I wanted. Oh, I love beating people up in this game. And good night. Oh, step in his fucking eyeball. Come on, dog heat action. Why is the dog not fighting? Oh, fuck!
Hey.
So, you want to talk about how treating people as property is illegal? What? I'm a fully licensed lawyer, and I'd be happy to take her case pro bono. Why don't we sit down for a little chat? Aw, shit! Screw this! So, Is that it? How'd it get so bad, Mikan-san? Fastball special, the dog anthem. I love the Saturday morning special music that starts playing here. Huh? Josuke-kun's still waiting for you at the orphanage. He thought you were going to come back for him. The furball special, yes. They said if I didn't go with that man, they'd sell Josuke off to someone. So that's why.
In other words,
made you panic enough to agree to do what they said. Yes, I feel so terrible.
no way.
That's the sort of thing loan sharks will do. They figure out how to pressure you enough that you break. Next thing you know, they own you outright.
Excuse me.
I know a good lawyer in Kamurocho who'd be happy to help you. Should I reach out to her for you? Please, yes. Even though I said I'd represent. Is dog ownership a status symbol in Japan? Not really. Like, in Tokyo and, like, the surrounding wards, it's hard to own a dog because space is limited. A lot of apartments don't allow dogs. So you see dogs more often when you're out in, like, Kyoto area. Less densely populated areas, people own dogs more often. You still see them in the cities, but not as often. What you see instead are, like, cafes. Dog cafes, cat cafes, owl cafes. Like, places where you can go to interact with animals without having to own them are very common in the Tokyo area. Mom, you're back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's a good boy.
Good job, boy. But, what are you doing, really? You got the whole town talking about you now. Don't you have a home? Where's your home, boy? Rough. Jeez, boy. Wish you could tell me. I did say Owl Cafe. Yagami-san, I have a huge favor to ask you. I'll pay you if I have to. Please, find Rampo for me. Rampo? The old mystery author? Rampo Edagawa. Oh, sorry. Rampo's the name of our dog. But he's a big mystery lover, too. He even gets away from the house to go solve them sometimes. Let me send you a picture. I wonder what the dog's gonna look like. Huh. Never seen that dog before in my life. I should have known. So you're Amasawa's dog, huh? Bark, bark.
Seriously?
Just had to break away from the family and make a name for yourself, huh? Can't say I'm surprised, though. They say pets on their own has grown more and more alike over the years, but this is... whatever, I should get in touch with Amasawa.
Yagami-san!
So sorry you had to deal with Rampo. Hey, Rampo! You listen, no wandering off on your own. How many times have I told you? I gotta give a fuck. Oh, you'll never behave, will you? Oh, he seems like a good boy to me. Aren't you? Yagami-san, well, he does seem rather fond of you. Rampo's usually more wary of strangers.
Can't be.
Maybe he sees you more as a professional partner, Yagami-san. Really? You think so?
Yes.
Indeed I do. In fact, I've been raising him as a proper investigatory partner ever since he was a puppy. Huh? What do you mean by that? Well, when I was little, I read a book about a detective girl whose dog helped her crack a case. But when I finished that book, I started training Rampo to help me solve mysteries. So you're why he's always sniffing out trouble. Carrie, how's it going? Yes, and it seems he's gotten quite hooked on it. Whenever he smells an incident brewing, he's off and running. We try to keep him inside the house, but he's just too good at slipping out.
Does that mean...
Is that okay? Like, with the animal shelters and police? No, it very much is not. Rampo's been caught several times by both groups, and I have to be the one who picks him up and apologizes every time. He's becoming quite a familiar face at the shelter, unfortunately. But he doesn't bite and even tries to help people out, so they're a lot more lenient with him than they're supposed to be. You two really are alike, huh? What?
Hey.
You think so? You know, you really did train him well. Think he'd be willing to help me again if we ran across each other in town? This is the Japanese Scrappy-Doo. Less annoying than Scrappy-Doo. Well, I suppose so. You can always try calling for him, at least. If he's around and feels like helping, you may get lucky. You're living your best life, aren't you, boy? That's fucking right I am. Aw, Rampo, no!
I'm sorry.
F Scrappy Doo. Sorry, Kama-san, I have to go. Listen, everyone knows Scrappy Doo is the most annoying Scooby-Doo character, period. We all know it. We all know it. Good luck with the case. Maybe I should try calling for Rampo the next time I need his nose for investigation. Although there's no guarantee he'll come running. Detective's nose, the dog. Not so much a gadget as a living being, with a mind and feelings. And it's important to remind yourself of these things. By utilizing his incredible sense of smell, he can track odorous evidence for you. Based on how far you are in the story, he may run off on his own to track a scent. Following him would be a good idea. Call for your canine by accessing the dog app from the gadgets. Got a cough drop in my mouth, so pronunciation's going down. It's a light allergy day today, which is probably just dust. Ugh. Always the wrong button. Side quest? Nope. Ooh, what are you making for dinner? What's baking in the oven? A living creature is someone with an app. When you think about it, we do that pretty often, don't we? Uber's a living creature with someone with an app. A lot of food delivery options are living things with someone with an app. Yeah, when you get right down to it, like Tinder and other things, those are human beings that we're summoning with an app. Chicken breasts just baking in the oven. You know what? It's boring, I agree, but it's also functional. Like, I put chicken thighs in the oven the other night.
Having a
just so I have, like, cooked chicken around.
Hey, welcome back. Care for a drink, Yakuza-san?
Let's get loaded!
Heads up.
Now make yourself at home. Not that you haven't already.
Who, me? Well, whatever do you mean?
Go on a
Look at his
spy.
fucking vape pen.
Just swung by to have a chat with you, man. Not that I mind hanging out over beers and shogi.
Kaito's a gentleman and a scholar. I like your style.
What do you want with me?
Him with
Check
his
it out,
fucking vape pen.
Yakuza-san. You're only here to get to the bottom of that Hiro Mikoshiba kid's murder, right? That's gotta be the reason the Yokohama Leomang attacked you, isn't it? All I'm saying is that you've got to
Yeah, ripping sweet cotton over
Thanks,
here.
but I've got enough help.
So some hotshot detective strolls into town and tries to leave the local guy out in the cold? No offense, but that's not
Bone-in,
gonna
skin
fly.
on, seared on the
Gonna
stove,
play
and
your
then finished in
turn.
the oven. Tasty
finish
way
your
to
game
do
and
chicken
go
thighs,
home
agreed.
already.
When you benefit from someone who knows the scene, you know, I can get you anywhere in a Jincho above or below ground.
Aren't you expensive?
I'll give you a first-time customer price. I'm not about to sit here and let some outsider swoop in and take all the credit alone.
It's my case.
I guess
Fuck
I'm
off.
gonna chill here until you give me the nod.
It's Tsukumo and Sukiura's place as far as I'm concerned. Not even my call to make.
I welcome having more company. The more the merrier. That'll
Corrupt
be
the
the agency
wheel.
motto.
There it is.
I don't really care.
Such a nice office. I'm gonna love it here.
I'm gonna love it here.
Yagamishi, guess what? The internet picked up on the Ihara link to Mikoshiba. The trending sentiment is that he killed him in an act of vengeance for his son.
You've
Wow.
already figured that part out?
I mean, that was
See
probably
for yourself.
obvious.
Here, check it out.
For my current chicken thighs, I just wanted, like, something I could add to ramen or, like, mac and cheese, like... Because sometimes when we're streaming, I go until, like, 3 a.m., and it's like, I just need food fast. So last night, I was like, alright, chop up some already cooked oven-baked chicken thighs, add them to super spicy ramen, done. It's just a handy thing to have. Put them on tortilla with cheese, you got yourself a quesadilla. Nothing beats a good chicken tip. These are thighs, thank you very much. Some thick thighs. Checkmate.
Son
We
of a
might
bitch
even
student
spin the
teacher
wheel,
should
who
burn in
knows?
hell for bullying a kid all the way to suicide. Mikoshiba was a damn psychopath. Ehara is the vigilante groper. And that's not even the trolls.
So the news is blowing up on the net, huh?
In the internet terms, this is only the first spark that could ignite into a fire. Not even what I'd call viral.
Then who's lighting the spark? The people responsible for Mikoshiba's murder?
I'll have to go down a few more rabbit holes before I can make that call, I'm afraid.
Gotcha.
I like thighs.
That said,
I like
some
wings.
posts are kind
I
of
like
suspicious.
breast.
This one here,
And
for
legs are
instance,
fine too.
Ehara totally called the location
I like
of
all
the body
chicken.
at his trial. The fact that he did that never really even went public, as far as I can tell.
It was kept off the record?
When Ehara got arrested, the cop-turned-groper story and his sexual battery charges were huge news. It was all the media could talk about. But by the time his trial rolled around, the news had already moved on. His guilty verdict barely made a blip.
Fellas, I told you I wanted to be kept in the loop on this stuff.
You're
You
sitting
saying
across the
Mikoshiba
room,
had more
stupid.
than one killer? And where are they now? You think these lunatics are still hanging around Ijincho?
It's been over 2 months already, man. If they were here, they're probably long gone by now. Another peaceful day in Ijincho, right? Check outside.
Those are our windows, you sons of bitches.
It's the Liumang. The White Mask again.
Let's go, Cock!
I'll catch you later.
You guys are taking the stairs? That's slow.
Not bad.
You're not getting away this time!
And like a dragon, these motherfuckers used crossbows.